Now it's time for tip of the month. And the tip of the month this month is HR audits. It's a brand new year, and it's a great time to do an HR audit on your HR functions to make sure you're operating as optimal and efficient as possible. And also, you'll be surprised what you can save by doing an HR audit. In my 10 years in business, I have conducted multiple audits. And there's not one time that I didn't uncover something going on in the organization that was unknown to the employers. And some of the things that I uncovered included sexual harassment, FMLA abuse, theft. Yes, we actually found somebody stealing who was allowed to handle money without any internal controls, and inconsistent disciplines. In one instance, there was several managers in different areas, and they were disciplining employees in different ways for the same offenses. That was an issue. We've uncovered bullying, classification issues, misclassifications of exempt employees, for instance. In most cases, it's been turnover issues, and we've been able to find out why there were turnover issues. So, some of the other reasons why you want to conduct an HR audit include you want to make sure you're compliant with the laws and regulations that include like the FMLA, the EEOC, the ADA. Are you, if somebody is exhausting their FMLA, are you looking at ADA, for instance? The Fair Labor Standards Act, the COBRA Act, the OSHA Act, the Warren Act. Are you compliant with all those different laws and regulations? This gives you a time to sit down and really look at your practices. Also, you want to make sure you start with your mission. You look at your mission and you make sure everything you're doing is aligned to your mission. This gives you opportunity to make sure you are aligned to your mission. Make sure your workers are classified correctly. You want to review the personnel files to make sure you don't have medical information and other information in there that shouldn't be in there. You want to make sure your I-9 forms are compliant, because if you make one mistake on each I-9 form, it can add up to a lot of different fines on you. Check to make sure your policies and your hiring practices are aligned to your mission as well as compliant. You want to make sure that it's fair to everyone and that there's no discriminatory practices involved or things that could cause a disparate action. Another thing is ensuring consistency in your training. Make sure your employees have the proper training and your managers are having the proper training. Look at your job descriptions. Are they aligned to the actual job? You know, I've went in and did job descriptions for people who've had the same job descriptions for 30 years, and the job is completely different than the job description. So you want to make sure that it is aligned to the job and your mission. And HR systems, make sure your system is user-friendly. I've worked with companies where the employees just didn't even use the system because it was too difficult or it was too old. So, and you're just paying money for something you're not even using. So you want to make sure your HR systems are aligned to your mission and they're user-friendly. And then you want to make sure your compensation schedule is up to date. So you want to make sure you're paying people fairly. So, and there's a multitude of other issues that you could look for and also discover when you conduct an HR audit. You will be surprised. If you need help conducting your HR audit, you can go to my website, www.nelsonhrreport.com, and you can download our free HR audit checklist, and it's under the resources tab, and it will tell you step by step how to conduct your HR audit. And if you need more information than that, you can always get my book, and I'll talk to you about that at the end of this video. And also, I have 2 videos on my website of how to conduct an HR audit and why you should conduct an HR audit. So leaders, make sure you conduct your audit. Your boss will be very proud of you when you're able to bring to him, hey, look, boss, I saved this much money. And who knows, they may reward you.
Learn how to protect your organization and improve your bottom line. Get your copy of Vanessa's book, 101 Costly HR Mistakes and How to Fix Them. Her book is packed full of real-life experiences and available to you now at Amazon.com or NelsonHRReport.com.